morning. It is Tuesday, March 11th, and I thought today I would do a day in the life. Don't bite me. That's not nice. I thought I would do a day in the life today because I am home alone this week. My husband is in New York. He is working with a new Broadway show, so he's up there opening the show this week. And then I don't really have too much free time at home in the coming month between trade shows, customer visits, and going to New York to spend time with him, and it's just gonna get a little chaotic. So I thought, what better time to do a day in the life at home before the chaos ensues. So today I have meetings, I have a chiropractor appointment, might be going out later, might be going to the gym at some point. Usually I do in the morning, but this morning I've been going for the last week and a half, so I needed to sleep in a little bit this morning, if 6:30 counts as sleeping in. Anyway, I've just been spending most of the morning going through emails, which is not very entertaining. So I've just come down and I'm gonna make breakfast, and then it's back upstairs because I have another meeting at 10:30. Oh, the life of someone in sales. Friends of ours got us this whisk for our wedding, and instead of stirring it this way, you just go up and down, and it makes it like way more frothy than a normal whisk. If I can find one, I will link it on Amazon. But they said they found this at an obscure little like German kitchenware store, so I don't know if I'll have any luck, but if I do, I will link it down below. One thing I've noticed as I have gotten older, even though I'm only 31, is that I kind of have a gluten sensitivity. Not full-blown allergy, not full-blown celiac or anything like that, but if I have gluten, I notice that it kind of messes with my stomach a bit. So I found this Izio sourdough bread at Sprouts, and it's got very few ingredients, just wheat flour, water, sea salt, sourdough culture, and enzymes. That's it. So there's no yeast in this bread because it's sourdough culture, which gives it its taste. Honestly, I prefer sourdough too to like your standard white bread. It just tastes better. I may or may not be making a second cup of coffee today, but it's just that kind of day, and I want to be awake for all the meetings that I have. I really don't think there's a better breakfast than avocado toast. It tastes good, it's warm, it's got protein. Sourdough is like good carbs for you, right? Oh, it's just the perfect breakfast. And it's also one that I would always rather make at home, because when you buy avocado toast out, you're literally paying for one piece of bread, some avocado. Usually they charge you extra for an egg, and it's just so much better to make it at home. Obviously a must, the everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's. And then I just blistered my tomatoes in the pan with the eggs. And then usually I'll use rocket or arugula here in the United States as kind of a little side salad just to add some greens to my breakfast. Except I don't think I have room on this plate. Just shove it over to the side. And then what avocado toast would be complete without a little bit of crumbly feta cheese too. A while ago, like many years ago, I heard the expression you should eat like a king for breakfast, a queen for lunch, and a pauper for dinner. And I don't know why that stuck with me so much, but every time I make a big breakfast, regardless of what I'm planning to have for lunch and dinner, I always tell myself it's okay, because you're supposed to eat like a king for breakfast. I'm using the olive oil that we have left over from our wedding, because we made 115 of these little bottles, I think, and I don't think half of our wedding took them home, because the hall started cleaning up before we were done. And I'm not bitter about it, only a little bit. So we have an entire closet full of these little olive oil containers from our wedding. And it was a huge waste because we had the olive oil from where we actually got engaged in Italy, so it was not cheap. And now we have so many left over. It's just, there will never be a shortage of olive oil in our household. I went to put the cheese away and I found I still had a bag of this Cleveland beet kraut in our fridge. So now breakfast is nice and colorful, and then I'm just gonna top it with some green onions as well. If that doesn't look like the best breakfast you've ever seen, what are you eating in the morning?
Recording in progress.
Half and half. We had some rain. Hey, Samantha.
Good morning, everyone. I just got done with my final meeting of the morning. I've been in the seat for about 3.5 hours now with meetings and trainings, which that's just part of the working life. But the exciting news of the morning is that I saw my official acceptance to the human nutrition program that I had applied for. It came through today. I had my official acceptance letter. So come mid-May, I will be back in school pursuing my master's in human nutrition, and I could not be more excited. It'll be a 2-year program if everything goes well, which I'm hoping it will. Should be wrapped up in 2027, and then who knows? I'm really hoping to use it for additional education for my current role because I'm in sales with ingredients and supplements and all of that. But who knows? Maybe one day I'll want to open a nutrition practice or use it for a product development type of role. I'm not really sure, but it starts here. I've got the acceptance letter, and I start May 15th. Now, all that said, I need to do a quick tidy before lunch because I've just been letting things pile up. I've got like business cards, protein bar wrappers, notebooks, lanyards and badges and backpacks strewn about. So I need to get cleaning, and then I'm going to go make lunch, and then I have to be back in the chair in about 2 hours for my afternoon meetings. We are mostly cleaned up, and I have had to have a change of outfit because it's getting a little warm in here. But I'm just getting ready to set up the walking treadmill that came quite a while ago. I'm not gonna lie, it's been just sitting in the middle of my office for the past 3 or 4 weeks. I was a little nervous though because I opened it and I saw that there's an oil spot where you have to apparently keep it lubricated, and it didn't come with any oil. So I'm not sure if I'm good to use it, or I ChatGPT'd and it said every 3 to 6 months you need to apply oil. I'm just wondering if it's already been done for the initial 3 to 6 months or if I need to do it, in which case I would have to then order treadmill oil. I don't know. If you have a walking treadmill for under your desk, let me know. Do you use oil? What kind do you use? Fill me in because I don't know. All this treadmill came with was the remote, the battery, a little wrench tool, and then the power cord. So I'm thinking it should be as easy as just plug and play. The other question is I don't know if I can do this on carpet or not, because there is a decent amount of space between the treadmill and the carpet, but I don't know. I don't know if it'll work or not. Here's the plug. Okay. All right, we have lights, which is a good sign. And now the very satisfying. Actually, it specifically says in the instruction booklet, do not go on the treadmill barefoot. So I've got it working. Glad that it's working. I'm going to turn it off, and I'll use this afternoon, but I need to go make lunch. Do you ever notice how it's the days when you have the most to do and you are the hungriest that the most things end up pulling you in so many directions? So it is now 2:30, and I have finally just gotten down to lunch after I said I was gonna have lunch about 2 hours ago. So I'm just gonna make some, I'll do some zucchini. I don't really want quinoa for lunch because there's a really good chance that that's gonna be dinner. Nope, it's gonna be quinoa. I have nothing else. Or maybe a salad. Do I have chickpeas? Okay, we do. We have garbanzo beans, so I'm going to make some sauteed zucchini and then toss it with lettuce and chickpeas and feta, and that's gonna be, it'll hold us over till dinner. But while I make lunch, because you always have to have like a snack while you're making lunch, I'm going to have these cranberry pumpkin seed crackers that I found at Publix. They're not gluten-free, but they're crackers and the ingredients aren't terrible, so, you know. And then I'll just put them with some cream cheese, because I'm so hungry. I can't wait for this zucchini to cook. I feel like there are two kinds of people in this world. There are the snackers and there are the non-snackers. I'm a lot better than I used to be, I promise. When we lived in the ranch-style house, I was on the same floor as the kitchen, so I came down to snack much more often. And now that I have to come all the way downstairs, that's enough of a deterrent that I really only snack while making more food. These are so good. They've got like cranberries, pumpkin seeds, little, I think are those, what kind of seeds are those? Oh, they're made with Greek yogurt too. Oh, and flax seeds, okay. I have my zucchini going, and I've just put on salt, pepper, I put the green onion in with it, and then I also am using the Trader Joe's Green Goddess seasoning, which is really good. Simple but delicious looking lunch. I have the grilled zucchini, feta, chickpeas, more of the beet kraut. I put on some of this Mother raw roasted garlic Caesar dressing that my husband got at Sprouts, and that's just on a bed of green and red lettuce, and then I added some vegetable slaw as well just to make it a little bit crunchy. I don't always eat salads with like no chicken, no fish, no nothing on them, but today is a little bit of a crunch because, again, I got back from Indiana this weekend and I'm going to New York this coming weekend for about 4 days. So it's hard to do grocery shopping when you're home for such a small period of time. So like the zucchinis, the lettuce, I know I'll eat all of that in 4 days, whereas the bigger like packages of meat, a little bit more difficult to plan. This is perfectly healthy though. It's lovely, and it'll taste fine. I just finished up at my chiropractor appointment this afternoon. I, again, did not move after I made lunch. It was time to work on presentations that I have due, organizing customer meetings that I have coming up. Just kind of a dull, business-focused type of afternoon. So I just got done at my chiropractor appointment, and a friend and I are going to see Anora. I'm a little bit excited. I'm a little bit, unsure how I feel about it, because I know Anora won all of the awards, and it was, I think, 3 or 4 different Oscars that it took home. So I'm excited to see what all the hubbub is about. It's probably not a movie that I would go see, if I'm being honest. But who knows? I'm gonna go see the movie, we'll report back, and then I actually have to do quick turnaround, quick change, and I haven't done my shreddy workout yet today. So we're getting a little squeezed for time. But, that's just that's just how the day has to be. It feels great to be adjusted after all the hours in the car and the flights last week. I needed that. She did my adjustment and it just felt like everything was right with the world again. Okay, 5:25, and the movie started at 5:15, but I don't have time for previews, so off we go. Well, we just got done at Edit, which is the little cocktail bar right next to the movie theater. We stopped in for an espresso martini because I have to get to the gym and do a workout, and I'm very low energy right now, so hoping the espresso kicks in. Thoughts on Anora, though. It was actually a very good movie. I see why it won Best Picture. The editing was great now that I vlog and I know how editing can go. It was actually a really well done movie. Definitely not a G or PG rated movie by any means, but it was good. It was like action packed. It was a decent storyline. The ending was your classic European film ending that is very vague and kind of leaves you to interpret how you will. And it was funny. Like, there was actual pretty good comedy throughout the entire movie. Glad that I went and saw it. Definitely understand why it won some of the Oscars that it did. And now I get to go. I think it's a shreddy functional body day because I love deadlifting. And I don't have to wake up early tomorrow to work out because I have early meetings. I would so much rather just go home and call it a night though. But it's not even 9 o'clock yet, so I don't really have an excuse to not go to the gym. It's not many times that I roll into the gym wearing heels. Because I did wear my little bow tie heels that I had on in New York to the movie tonight. Because I am at home all day wearing pajamas, so if I get to go out to a movie, I'm gonna wear heels. Today is going to be the functional full body 4 from Shreddy. It doesn't look too terribly complicated. I think we should be okay, and I think the espresso has hit. So it is currently 8:59. I should be done with this by 10, and then I can get home. Haven't had dinner yet. Still have to finish my presentation. It's gonna be a late night. Shreddy, you are really whipping me into shape. Best workout ever, but I did it. I did 2 Shreddy workouts. I did the 20-minute walk run, and I also did the functional body one that I showed you, which was great because it was deadlifts and it was squats. I'm exhausted, and it is now 10:30 and I need to shower and have dinner and get my presentation done for work tomorrow. So we're just gonna plow through. Ta-da! We are once again socially unacceptable. I don't think you could have chosen a more boring day in the life to watch, so that is why I also kind of threw in the what I eat in a day, because when you work from home, options are kind of limited without going out or ordering in or anything like that. So I'm gonna put dinner together. I've got the oven on. I think I'm just gonna I really wanna just throw chicken nuggets in the oven and make like some veg or something. But I know I should do salmon and quinoa and the whole thing. It's pushing 11 now, and I don't know how motivated I am to do all of that. In my defense though, they're kind of healthy chicken nuggets. They're these golden platter, like fully organic, gluten-free Costco delights, and they're so good. And we figure these are probably better for you than the nugs that we used to get, which were like a plant-based alternative that was just full of a bunch of chemicals. So at least it's real chicken, if nothing else. I'm sure this doesn't look like the most appetizing thing ever, but with some seasonings, which I've got salt, this Italian blend seasoning from Sprouts, the Trader Joe's black garlic, and then onion powder. I'm gonna add the chicken nuggets, soy sauce. I make kind of a stir fry, a mock stir fry with the rice, cauliflower, and the peas. And I'm cooking this not in water, but I'm cooking it in chicken broth because I find it just gives it a little bit more flavor and it tends to taste really good. The nuggets are just about done, so I'm going to add a little bit more of the vegetable slaw from my salad earlier today into the rice and pea mixture, just enough so that it wilts because it gives it, again, that little bit of crunch that I love, and then that should be it. The final touches to make this a true dinner are the Bragg liquid aminos, which I love in place of soy sauce. And then I also use the Red Star yeast, and you can get this at Walmart or online, but it just adds a little bit more of that like umami flavor to it, and B vitamins. Speaking of, I did not take mine today yet. I'm still on the Nutrafol, so I get 4 of those and then 2 of the hormone support. And with that, my dinner's finished. This lovely mock fried cauliflower rice chicken nugget, delicious. It actually does smell really good. I won't lie, it smells really good. So I'm gonna head upstairs, eat this, finish my presentation for tomorrow. Hope I get enough sleep. And I hope you enjoyed this kind of odd day in the life / what I eat in a day. If you did, be sure to leave a comment down below if you are going to try anything that I made today. If you have had chicken nugget mock fried rice before, please let me know. I would love to have other like-minded people who know that sometimes you just have to throw what you have in the oven and hope it tastes good. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I will see you next week for another video.